As a painting and trades worker, if you have experience in your home country, but you do not have the study, it may not be necessary for you to study here in Australia in order to now get a full skills assessment. But it depends what you're going for. So are you looking at being sponsored by an employer? Because if you are, you only need to show 3 years of relevant work experience as a painting trades worker. But if you're looking at being going for an independent skilled visa, you may need to show 5 to 6 years of work experience full time to then get that skills assessment as a painting trades worker. There is a benefit to studying painting trades worker here in Australia. So the benefit of that is basically you're now going to do 2 years of study under the relevant qualification. You now will be able to be eligible for getting a certificate, a graduate visa in your qualification. The graduate visa can last for 18 months. And during this time, you'll be gaining work experience. You'll be meeting Australian employers. You'll be now getting potentially a full skills assessment as a painting trades worker. This gives you the best pathway for now finding an employer-sponsored visa, which leads to permanent residency, or an independent skilled visa, which can also lead to permanent residency. So studying does have its advantages, but if you can prove your work experience, that can also be a pathway for you. So both are really good pathways. Having experience as a painting trades worker in your country of origin does count as experience to apply for the full skills assessment. So if we're looking at you potentially using that experience, you can definitely use that experience to get a full skills assessment, and it counts towards your skills assessment, beneficial for points, for example, under an independent skilled visa, or even potentially it's also beneficial if you're looking at going for an employer-sponsored visa. But the question is, how do I prove my work experience in Australia, in my country of origin, sorry. So the skills assessment body wants to see documentary evidence that you've been receiving a salary. You've got an employer letter, and you've got other things as well. So for example, some people come and show that they've got 10 years of work experience. But for example, for 8 years, they might have received cash in hand, or they might have received one wage here or there and in a bank account. Unfortunately, that's not enough, and you may not be able to count that towards your work experience. So what's important is, how have I been receiving my salary while I was counting my work experience, and can I prove that when I go to get my work experience counted towards my full skills assessment? As a painting trades worker, for you to have your skills assessed, you want to be going to TRAS, Trade Recognition Australia. Trades Recognition Australia are an independent organisation, and they undertake these skills assessment based on a variety of things. They look at a lot of different trades occupations, so they consider a lot of different things when it comes to making an assessment. So what they are going to be looking for is, obviously you've got the relevant qualifications as a painting trades worker, and they're also going to consider that you have the work experience as well. They sometimes need to see qualifications and work experience as a minimum, or they may consider all the work experience as a total sum as well. So it really depends. Now, what is the visa that you're going for? Because sometimes that can determine what type of skills assessment you need to get. Are you going for an employer-sponsored visa? Are you going to be sponsored, by an organisation for permanent residency? Are you going for an independent skilled visa? This is the thing that's really important now, making sure you get the correct skills assessment, because it's depending on the visa that you're going for. If you get the wrong skills assessment and you go for one kind of visa, unfortunately could jeopardize that application. So start with TRA, and from there, you can then make a determination on the skills assessment that you need.